This is the fourth question of the first passage of LSAT PrepTest 157's first section, the reading comprehension section. And we've already got our highlighted sentences ready to go if necessary, but we'll read the question stem for 4 now. The discussion of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee in the third paragraph is intended primarily to. So the main thing here is just recognizing the word primarily. That's indicating we're being asked why the author discussed the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee in the third paragraph, as opposed to just asking what is the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee in the third paragraph. And this is a very important distinction. Now, we're going to scroll down and frame up where we read about the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee in the third paragraph. But you'll note that that same subject shows up in the prior highlighted sentence from the second paragraph. So I probably need to read a little bit above, and I'll probably pick up actually with our highlighted sentence at the bottom of paragraph 2. The sit-ins provided an important model for nonviolent protest and showed students that they could affect the political process. The influence of these demonstrations on the determination of the student activists was particularly visible in 2 events: the formation of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee and the birth of a second form of sit-ins called freedom rides. The formation of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee followed the first sit-in by just a few months and not only solidified student involvement in the civil rights movement, but also placed students in leadership roles for the first time. It operated independently of other civil rights organizations and relied on strong local leadership, helping to transform student involvement from participation in small scale protests into a sustained effort to challenge discrimination throughout the United States. So, we want to have a mental prediction of the purpose of referencing the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. And it's basically to say, here's the first thing that the sit ins led to, and explain why that was important. So, we're going to go through our answer choices looking for reasons to eliminate, understanding that those reasons are often things that are extreme, things that are reversals of the statements in the passage that we just read about this subject, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, and things that are possible but not certain based solely on the information in the relevant text. So, starting with choice A, argue for the preeminence of a particular U.S. civil rights organization. Well, no, it's just saying they came out of this particular sit-ins development, and we're not arguing for like one better U.S. civil rights organization. So we can eliminate choice A for that reason. Next, choice B, serve as a contrast to discussion of the efforts of student sit-in demonstrators. Well, no, it's not a contrast, it's an evolution. So choice B is just a plain reversal of the information. Next, choice C, summarize the historical background against which the freedom rides flourished. Well, we're not summarizing the historical background. We're talking specifically about one development that happened in just a few months after the first sit-in, and it's not against which the freedom rides flourished. They're not contrasted either. So there are a couple of reasons we can eliminate choice C. Then choice D, describe an important outgrowth of the student sit-in demonstrations. Ding, ding, ding. That is exactly what we should have had mentally predicted. We can select D almost immediately. You can also highlight the reason to select just as readily as the reasons to eliminate. And then choice E, explain why local sit-in demonstrations require nationally coordinated efforts. Well, no, it's not explaining why they require any nationally coordinated efforts. They just, ended up transforming from small scale protests into a nationally coordinated effort, but it's not the purpose of the mention. So we can eliminate choice E is really kind of that what answer to a why question. And hopefully we've already been able to select D